Nothing could be further away from freedom. But let's look at the whole picture. Finally, one makes a decision on which is going to base a certain type of action. Those decisions vary and can be different from person to person. They differ in content. Should I kiss her or not? Should I go to the gym? Should I take the drug or rather leave it this time? They differ in the time frame of that desire. Do I want it now or do I work for it for many years? The question between short and long-term gratification and also many other influences play a role. Whether the choice of action is accepted in society, how is it perceived by other people, can I justify it? We could continue trying to find more influential factors for ours. There are definitely more influences which are accompanied by an enormous amount of pressure, even if they are not consciously perceived or can't be seen. They are still there. Toxic, such as radioactive radiation, such as gamma rays, penetrating electromagnetic radiation. The same way as radiation, all those possibilities, options and desires are penetrating you for years. Of course, it can't be seen, but this does not mean that it's not there. You might not have realized it in the beginning, but after a certain amount of time, maybe a few years, people slowly start to realize the actual power of all those oppressive influences and the heavy load that came along with it. It might not happen to all people that they are going to realize it, but many will. And those ones who are going to realize the existence of the actual suffering which develops during this process have the chance of questioning their past behavior. They have the choice, but this time a choice of much greater significance compared to the ones in the past. They have the choice of choosing whether they want to continue this way of living or not. It is in their hands, right? Or should I better say that it is not in their hands? Because if they truly realized the essence of their way of living, there would be no need, certainly no need at all, to think about it, because the answer is so clear that there's no way that one can go back to his old toxic way of living. There's no choice at all. Due to this experience of realization, one needs to adapt his or her way of living. No, rather it happens just like this, because there's not even way for words such as I need, I must. One simply changes, and therewith also one's perception of how others and oneself are living is changing as well. The whole point that I'm trying to make is that a huge burden comes with all these possibilities and responsibilities. As more options we actually have, which can be described as having choice, having more choice, as more suffering may arise. What was the definition again? Freedom is the right or power to act, speak and think as one wants to, the power to think. And this is what needs to be emphasized. As we have seen, freedom is rather a state of mind. According to the second definition, freedom is the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved. So I could argue that it is the opposite of slavery. Are not all those people slaves towards themselves, a slave of their mind? After all we have discussed, do you really think most of the people are truly free and have the choice? The flower having almost no possibilities has the greatest freedom of all, not worrying about anything, not even about not getting a sufficient amount of water. No worries, no complaints, not even wasting one single thought on one's own death, simply nothing. But therewith comes a huge freedom, no choice, no goals, not even the goal to survive. I think the flower and the tiger are actually doing a great job, being as nature has intended them to be. But what is with us? You. Human beings are highly goal-oriented animals. But for what? Have you ever asked yourself this question? We will still evolve without those goals. I mean, look at the flower. We became so lost that we even started limiting other creatures in their natural way of living. Put the tiger into a cage, reducing its possibilities. Rip off a flower and put it in a vase, reducing its possibilities until nothing was left. Still, the tiger and the flower with reduced possibilities or no choice at all have way more freedom than we can possibly ever imagine. In this situation, the most audacious act would be to think that one has freedom. We've lost that freedom long time ago, until nothing was left. I want to thank you that you took the time to stay until the end of this video. If you think that everyone should have access to this content, please share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to my channel and turn on all the notifications if you want to see when I upload my next video. I would appreciate it if you leave a like here or honestly share your own experiences on this topic in the comments. Links for social media are in the description down below, so if you want to get in contact, follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. If you want to know the actual reason why I started this channel, check out my first video. See you in the video, watch it now. My name is Till and this is Till Talk.